Amani, what's the situation there?
Amani Channel with videochefs.com. In this recipe, I'm going to share 3 quick tips to help you get your on-camera swag on. Alright, so you've been thinking about creating a vlog, you've been watching all these YouTube stars, you're wondering to yourself, it can't be that hard. So you grab your camera, you press record, you go on your webcam, you press record, and blah, 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 it just doesn't come out right. How do you get your on-camera swag? Well, I'm going to share 3 quick tips to help you just get better if you want to be on camera. Now, not everyone wants to be on camera. You don't have to be on camera to make a video, but for those of you who do, all right, these tips will hopefully get you on the right track. So a personal experience first I'm going to share with you. When I started in news, I worked as a news reporter in a past life, and I used to hate live shots. A live shot is when the reporter is on scene and the anchorman says, hey, Amani Channel is live out here, yada, 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 and then bam, it's time for the reporter to start talking and start explaining the story. And I used to suck when I first started reporting. It wasn't a good look. I remember one time one of my producers was yelling in my ear, Amani, you have to breathe, because I would try to race through my information just to get to my story, and you know, it took me a while. It didn't happen overnight though. You keep at it and you get better. All right, so the first thing I want you to do is make sure you maintain eye contact with the camera. Because remember, your audience, those who you're talking to right now, are on the other side of the lens. Now, it's not going to seem the most natural thing to talk to a camera. It isn't the most natural thing. We're used to talking to people, not to cameras. So imagine that a good friend is on the other side of the lens. Imagine that you're talking to your good friend. Imagine that you're having a conversation with your mother, your father, or whomever helps you just feel a little bit more at ease, takes away the stress or the pressure or the anxiety that may come with it. The second thing I want you to do is know what you're going to say before you say it. All right, so what do I mean by that? Well, you may think that you can just turn on the camera and start recording, all these profound words are going to come out and it's going to be great, but 9 out of 10 times it doesn't happen that way. So write down a few words, key words, or a few thoughts that you want to get across in your video. Write out a few catchphrases. Don't script out your video completely though, all right? I want you to script it out verbatim, because what's gonna happen is if you try to memorize your information, then as soon as you miss a word or you say something a little bit differently, it's gonna throw off the whole presentation and you're gonna wanna start over, all right? But I'm assuming you know the information, you're a relative expert in your field, so just write down a few thoughts and go with it, all right? Keep it short, of course, and then practice. So don't just start recording as soon as you write down your words. You may want to have a little rehearsal or two. See if you can get through it a couple of times. Make sure you can get through it a couple of times, because if you can't do it in a practice run, you're definitely not going to be able to get through it when the red light is on, when the camera's rolling. So practice a couple of times, practice a few times, as many times as you need to really get comfortable, to know your information, to present it in a confident way. All right? The last thing I want you to do is be yourself, all right? There's only one Oprah Winfrey, there's only one David Letterman, there's only one Jay Leno, but there's only one you. And I'm assuming that we all have something profound to share. That's why we're all here. That's why we're creating these videos. That's why, you know, video is so powerful, because it's a show and tell medium. It's really a way to connect with people. But if you're not yourself, it's not going to seem authentic. It's not going to seem real. Now, of course, when you're on camera, there is a little bit of persona that goes along with it, all right? When I was a reporter, I used to do the reporter thing, and I wouldn't talk like that, but you know what I mean, all right? Here's an example.
People are already cleaning up here. Claudia Terry Schiavo has now entered her second night.
Okay. So I'm not talking like that right now. I'm just having a conversation with you. But you need to have your on-air swagger. You need to, you know, be yourself, but also you got to put a little extra sauce on it, because you got to entertain with video. You got to make people want to watch. You got to be funny. You got to be engaging. All right. So remember, the first thing is always maintain eye contact with the camera. Oh, I have one more thing about that. So if your camera has a viewfinder, many cameras do, don't be tempted to look at the viewfinder, because then what happens? You're not maintaining eye contact with the camera. Don't look off in the distance, all right, because you're not maintaining eye contact with the camera. Remember, maintain eye contact with the camera. Number 2, know what you're going to say. Write out a quick little script, write out a few keywords. You can even tape them to the bottom of the lens, something like that, something just to keep you on track, and then practice. And the last thing is be you, all right? Amani Channel here. If you have any thoughts, if you have any tips, if there's any techniques that you've tried that have helped you get better, I want to hear them. Please share them with us, all right? If you have any questions, you can always ask us at ask@webvideochefs.com. Please subscribe to our channel. You can also subscribe to our newsletter. It's free. It's on our website. And I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much.